Punching a white man in the face in the 70s and not going to jail. Incredible.
Becoming
incredible. What's up? This is Outta Pocket. Week 5 is over. We'll be covering it. You know what I mean? I'm LaJethro Jenkins.
I'm the tweeter formerly known as King Josiah 54.
I'm Zach Schwartz.
We got to talk KD. You know what I mean? We'll talk about the Warriors being in trouble, but we need to talk about Twitter, bro. Is it officially over? Shit is not sweet.
How are you
now,
doing?
Man.
How do I
say goodbye to what? That was a slap, bro.
Now, guys, I knew an African American would be responsible for the downfall.
Don't do that.
I knew an African American would be responsible for the downfall of Twitter,
bro.
But I was hoping they were the hue of Darius Miles. I was hoping they were the hue of Darius Miles.
We ain't rolling, dog. Hell no.
And not powder. I just want to eulogize Twitter real quick. You know, there was a lot of assholes, losers, dweebs, scumbags, Warriors fans, and the like. But a lot of good people. Without Twitter, there'd be no Dragonfly Jones.
Yeah.
Man.
Legend.
Probably my favorite tweeter.
Bro, hey.
But you know, back in
favorite people.
The old days when we didn't really know who each other were,
Right,
I just knew you niggas from Avies. And then like, oh, we gonna meet at Cheesecake Factory. Where did we go?
Chop
Cheesecake? No.
I heard.
Was it not Cheesecake?
It might have been somewhere else.
You and I went to Cheesecake.
But Cheesecake was my thing.
Yeah.
It was my hamburger Hamlet, for those of you who are familiar with Entourage.
A safe place to meet internet weirdos.
That's a fact, bro. A lot of people.
Eclectic menu. And everybody's going to walk out happy no matter what your dietary restrictions are.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you know, I remember 2019, we thought it was the downfall of the Warriors and Oracle and bringing the whole crew together.
That's where we met. We met before that.
We met before that.
Off of Fairfax, but all three of us together for the first time at
sure.
the Warriors joint because of Twitter.
Like Dragonfly Jones showed up like second quarter. Never seen this man in life before. He walks in the door. Immediately, that's Dragonfly Jones.
Because he was drunk as fuck and saying Dragonfly Jones shit.
Just walked in, his ambiance, his aura. But a lot of great legends. Shout out to Jasmine Watkins, the queen of NBA.
Tyler I Am.
Yeah.
Tyler I Am, the legend.
So, man.
A lot of great people. So we appreciate all y'all. I don't know if I'm going to go to TikTok.
Back in the day, throwback. You know what I mean? Couldn't have existed in this Twitter. Couldn't exist in this Twitter. But it was fun for the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he was very disrespectful to women of the night. So...
Anyway, so let's talk about Kevin Durant. I guess
that's how you transition this segment.
We got to get back to basketball.
Speaking of musty.
Speaking of musty.
Speaking of musty.
Let's talk about KD. You know what I'm saying? How did y'all feel about that article you dropped where he basically called out all his teammates, which I didn't think was as flagrant as everybody
I just think like we know for a fact that like Kobe, MJ, those guys would go after teammates. But I don't think they ever put them out like that in the media. Like Dragonfly
First
Jones
name,
was
middle name, last name.
Government names were used.
Right.
He was very direct about
I can think of a certain Smush Parker who got flamoid.
In the media?
Of course. Y'all don't remember that, but this isn't Smush, but Kobe at the practice, they saw off to Charmin. And Kobe, and you know what, Kobe? Absolutely fucking right. Why would I pass you, gentlemen? I do not see you in the gym working out. Do not see you putting in that work. I felt like it was a KD doing a cry for help. He was subbing Josiah. Not Josiah, to get Kyrie back. He was saying, look at these dudes. Go get me Kyrie.
But I think he was saying what nobody says. You know what I'm saying? Like people were saying, he's not the person supposed to say that. You know, the writers are supposed to say that. The commentators are supposed to say that. We're supposed to say that shit. No, I mean, but nobody was saying that. Everybody was clowning him and you know what I'm saying? And how bad the Nets were. But bro, hey, look at the guys I'm playing with. I don't think he's saying they're trash. No. He's just saying the expectations you have with this lineup are ridiculous. It came across, and you got to be.
That's saying that they're
it's not. It's saying the lineup isn't good. He did call people by the name, and that's wild. He could have said
the Dragonfly tweet. Nick from House of Claxton, first of his
Dragonfly killed it.
Oh God, salute!
Such a good tweet.
The thing is, like, he does have to be more aware, understanding that, like, how Twitter would respond to that, right? And go ahead.
You've seen KD's ankles. You've seen KD's hair. Does he strike you as a man who gives a fuck about anything?
No, he just want to play ball. And so he was talking about basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is not a good lineup.
I think it was Dragonfly that pointed this out, but someone on Twitter pointed out the fact that like the original burner tweets were like, imagine how KD pointed it out. Yeah. Imagine how KD would look in this lineup if they didn't have Russ. And now he's just like, I don't even need the burner anymore. I'll say it. Oh, which camera? This one right here, I'll say it right down the barrel. And I respect that. That's growth.
Zach, did the camera get to you? I saw that red light. It was a tad late.
No, I went to the wide.
That red light was jumping.
I went to the wrong one.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Which can't
You missed it.
I went to the wide.
He's playing with you. Hey, stop playing, bro. Y'all tripping. But hey, nobody can say he was lying.
No.
All the shit he said was facts. And there was some contradictory shit in there, you know what I'm saying? Talking about he just wants, like, what he wants his legacy to be, and he's not a leader, but then he's, he doesn't want to call people out, and he calls out teammates, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I think the thing is, like, those guys, everybody in the league is good at basketball, you know what I'm saying? But, like, if you're going to beat other teams, that's not the best lineup. Those guys are good, like, help, like, it's just KD and a bunch of, who the fuck is this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great point.
Come on, Royce O'Neal.
I mean, yeah, but
Royce O'Neal would be like, those
they have families, guys. They have families.
They got to pay the bills too. My bad. I ain't trying to hate on them.
But I'm saying cousins, uncles. Now they got to look at that shit, and it's Thanksgiving soon, gentlemen. They got to go to the family Thanksgiving.
His problem is a lack of awareness. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you got to see how this is going to be used and what it's going to turn into. You know what I'm saying, in the media. You feel me? Like I talked about this with Tyler and them. Like, Bron would never have said it because he would have thought about these 78 ways it could have been spun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He would have had them niggas on the first flight to Guangdong.
But he would have been like, but he would have said on Twitter, he'd have been like,
I can't believe they're gone.
I love Nick Claxton's game.
I've been telling Nick Claxton
Royce O'Neal's a hell of a player. Then the next game,
he's untradeable.
You know what I'm saying?
He's untradeable.
Right.
I would never trade him for Russ.
Necessary. He's foundational to us winning. You know
I would never trade them for AD.
Motherfucking Shanghai Shark Shorty. You feel me? A week later, you know what I mean? Like
LeBron, I was telling Bronny the other day, Nick Claxton, his game's unbelievable. His lies.
Right.
Raising trade value. LeBron is a businessman.
Important lies that need to be to keep your brand going.
100%.
You know what I mean? He's a shark. He's cold-blooded behind. You got to be a particular way. Outside,
Brooklyn turned into Cookland fast, dog. What are we doing?
Wow.
And I just came up with that.
That's a good one.
Hey, man.
That is a very good one. Get those on some shirts.
For those of you who, before the show, I was making a lot of stuff that probably get me fired from most companies that I'd work at, but none of it was recorded, so got to get it off during the show now.
Speaking of cooked, I think we can talk about Ben Simmons now. This is the part where we talk about...
Oi.
I know.
Aussie.
10 points for the first time, you know what I'm saying? And what? Like, how long has it been since he scored?
500 days.
500 days.
500
days of summer. I just think, like, it is a great
movie.
When they do shit like that, like, he didn't play for like 396 of them, and he had a summer break. Like,
it's 10 fucking points, though. My God, bro. Like,
defensive specialist.
He get 10 fucking points.
He's a defensive
specialist.
Bro, I mean,
deflections.
Dog,
he's not the.
He's not the specialist he wants.
I assume. I assume that this has gone away, but there was the stat that he had more fouls than points and free throws combined.
Happens.
Or field goals and free throws combined.
Does it happen if you're fucking Ben Simmons, all-star player?
Gucci fit though?
Did you see the fit though? He be stepping out clean still. You feel what I'm saying?
That was my biggest Ben Simmons
checks are still cashing.
What they paying him? What, 35 this year or some shit like that?
That was my biggest Ben Simmons gripe. My biggest Kendrick Nunn gripe. Y'all were not playing. Y'all were too fitted to be not playing. You need to look like you just came back from treatment, sweatsuits.
Right.
I'm trying to get ready. Kendrick Nunn finessed the bag for a whole year. And I just want to salute you, Kendrick Nunn, because I would love to do that as well. Just show up to work and not work.
Will we ever see Ben Simmons be the player we saw prior?
No.
I honestly think, like, bro, the way he approached the game is totally different. People are saying his back issues are worse than what we think, but it just seems mental. And KD spoke to that, where it just seems like it's something internal that is different now. You know what I'm saying? He spoke about that constantly. Like, the way he approached the game does not feel the same way, bro.
Because he's light-skinned, so... For those of you who don't know,
what the fuck does that got to do?
We are emotional. We are emotional, and we are sensitive. Okay, we want to be embraced and loved.
Jason Tatum light skinned, he out here cooking like he.
But he's in Boston, so they don't know what to say. They don't know what word to use. You almost on our side, but no,
man.
I'm just saying. Think about going to play with the Sixers. It takes a certain type of dude to be able to play on that mentality. When you're light skinned, you're fragile, you have emotion. Imagine Drake playing on the Sixers. His heart would be broke. He would make no bangers.
Oh man,
that's true.
Then you got to go to Brooklyn.
I think he caught the Markelle Fultz and just that city will chew you up. I mean, you're done. So
it feels very yippy.
Yeah,
and Nets are looking at they're talking about trading him, like already growing, like
what could they trade him for though?
Bro, who's gonna take that for 35? Not 10 points for the first time in 500 games.
I can think of a team with a couple first-round picks at their disposal.
Bro, are you seriously trying to go there?
Great weather.
With who?
No.
Do you want that?
No. No.
Sorry, this is the thirstiest shit you ever said.
Clutch is in LA. We will get him right.
This is the thirstiest shit you
Rich
ever
Paul
said.
will get him right.
The Lakers' problem. You
don't have
3-point shooting.
Drawing a line here?
I don't need Ben Simmons coming to town.
Like if Ben Simmons came and started wetting threes.
That would be
But
criminal.
it wouldn't happen,
no. If LeBron had him.
What is going on, bro? This man is
pulls up looking like Jimmer all of a sudden. I'm like,
I'm burping
people
the
gonna be
Twitter.
so mad.
I'm smoking crack.
Jimmer didn't even look like Jimmer in the league. The fuck?
Would you know that Pacers deal they keep floating for the Lakers where it would be Buddy Hield and Turner? Would you send Ben Simmons for those two? Do you think that makes that team?
How many years you got on this contract?
Buddy Hield. So
I think
the Brooklyn is Myles Turner, KD, Buddy
Turner
Hield.
has one left, right? 1 year left.
I'm saying, how much does Ben have? Because if I'm,
He has
two. 3.
Is it
and
3?
I gotta hold on to that.
I think it's a while.
It probably is. It can't be 3. This is his 3rd year, so he probably has 2 more. Jesus.
I thought the extension came like last year, but I could be wrong.
Ben will emerge victorious.
But I'm just saying, I think the Pacers, if they could get picks out of it, but I don't know what the Nets' assets look like anyway.
I don't think I definitely ain't sending that. I mean, do you think the Pacers want that?
I guess I'm more saying if you're the Nets, like that Nets team is awesome then.
Yeah.
But
if you're the Nets, you have KD and Kyrie. You don't need Ben Simmons to do shit but lock up and maybe make the occasional.
And
play.
he's not, bro. He's not, bro. He's not.
He still got some defense.
He's a $35 million. Like fucking Eric Snow. He's just entering offense. No, he is.
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow.
Yeah. Eric Snow.
No, it's not slander.
No.
Eric
Snow slanderer.
He's a notorious offensive.
You are an Eric Snow slanderer.
He entered the offense and you forgot he fucking existed, bro.
A room will get quiet and John will be like, this seems like a great time to slander Eric Snow.
Why the Eric?
It's the second time I've done this, bro.
It hurt each time. Eric Snow's contribution to the league.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, and it's hard to watch. Anyway, let's talk about somebody who's actually good at fucking basketball. Steph Curry, bro. You know what I mean? Steph.
I thought you were going to say, I'm going to say, hold up.
No, the Warriors, and that's what I'm talking about.
Steph is fine.
The Warriors are struggling. Steph dropped 50 last night in a fucking ass kicking, dog. Like
they didn't. So that was an interesting thing, John. Steph, fourth quarter, Warriors looked like the game was decided. Steph was out there still getting buckets. I remember a certain basketball player who was trying to help his team win as well and would put up stats in the fourth quarter, and he got packed up. But
who are we talking about? We're talking about
LeBron Raymond James Sr. We're talking about LeBron. And obviously Steph is a better
He's trying to get a 50 ball, though. I get it, though. Fuck it. That ain't just, he's trying to get a 50 ball.
They called him out by name. Like, y'all are washed.
Are the Warriors really in trouble, or is this just early season? You know what I'm saying? And we got to figure it out. No team has ever won a chip starting, 6-9. You know?
They won so many.
Beavis and butthead shit.
You can win a chip. We can win a chip with the 69 if you do it correctly.
You can win. I don't know about a chip, but go ahead.
They've won.
But you can also get burnt.
They've won too much to. I'm not even.
What the fuck did that? Let us pray, dog. That is crazy.
Twitter's cooked. I'm here.
We need a break. Go ahead.
They've won too much, right? So it's like, how are they going to get up for these fucking boring ass games? But I think the scary thing for them is they thought they had this class of assets underneath.
Like the Young Bucks?
Yeah, and Wiseman cooked. Ugh. I'm saying it now.
No.
Yes, he is. They said
marinating. He's not on the grill yet. There's marination.
That's good.
It can still be swayed, Zach.
He's marinating. Bro, he's a whole human basketball player. He's not been good.
He's young.
Hey, I know. Yes, he's good. But dog, like, he's young. Yes. But Wiseman was supposed to be a fucking god.
You can't pile up G League tours. This isn't like...
It's not, shit ain't sweet, bro.
This isn't like a war. You won and you're done. Don't go back. You can't go to the G League 4, 3,
yes,
5
guys, you guys know me. You know nothing would make me happier than to see the Warriors. You know nothing. So you know nothing on earth would make me. And you see the demeanor right now. I'm not celebrating. There's no flares yet. No parade plans yet. I'll throw a parade if the Warriors lose.
It's like Kobe, where he's like, "Job's not done. Job done. Job's not done.
Not done.
Not until they're packed up. Job's not done."
I'll throw a parade in the streets of San Francisco if the Warriors lose. Now look, the Warriors, only team in NBA history to win 73 games, blow a 3-1 lead. It seems like, no 6-9 team has ever won a championship. If a 6-9 team could do it, it could be this squad. Clay, not washed. We had that conversation before. I feel like he's not playing well right now. Warriors fans are turning into the thing that they hate the most. And that's Lakers fans.
Really?
The problem is what they don't understand. Lakers fans bully to greatness, right? Bully KCP to a near finals MVP level.
They ain't built for that.
Best 3-point shooter.
Bully Kuz into look what he's doing now in Washington.
No, right now.
Like, look, I mean, just saying, like, look what's going on. Bullied Bron, bullied AD.
Are Warriors fans really turning to Lakers fans? You seen this?
Not turning into Lakers fans.
What do you mean?
They're Laker fan like.
Oh, okay.
They're doing the same things that Lakers fans do.
Okay, I'm like,
showing the essence of Laker fandom.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just, a sect of Lakers Twitter, absurd, delusional, wild, but great people. People you'd love to hang out with, smoke a blunt with, go eat some barbecue with, all those type of good things. Can't say as much for Warriors fans. We tried to compliment Aisha Curry's barbecue. They had a problem with language. You guys, what do you do?
This is quick sneeze allergies.
It was funny how he tried to eat it. Like he tried to eat.
I don't
let the sneeze
go.
out, bro. You know what I mean?
We do no,
those days are retired. He's got that.
I know.
I don't want to deal with that.
That will be here.
Doesn't it suck getting old?
So I'm wondering, talking about getting old, Steph's getting, this is maybe his best season so far, these first 16 games. He looks fucking incredible, right? Yeah. Those first 15 games. But are the Warriors wasting the end of Steph's career? You know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
I mean, the Lakers are wasting the end of LeBron's career, but it's going to take more time for me to say that. Like, they just won a title. I don't think that that's fair to say. I think that they've helped him. I think they've been patient with him, and I think he kind of owes it to them to stay there to a degree. But I also am like, he's like, how they always make fun of LeBron coming and just like wiping out all the young kids on the team. Yeah. He's gonna do that. Like, if you're Moses Moody, keep a lot of boxes at the house. All right. If you're Jordan, if you're Jordan Poole, if we're honest, if you're Jordan Poole, keep some boxes and maybe
if you stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. I guess.
You think they wouldn't pick Poole over Clay? I mean, I feel like
Steph.
At this point,
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is,
I told you this too. Y'all didn't believe me when I said it last year.
The Warriors are reaching a stage now where it's time to make some tough decisions, right?
For real,
and we love you guys, and this is our crew, but we got to do what we got to do, fellas. Nothing lasts forever.
Oh no, you're right. They'll keep Poole, and Draymond and Clay will be gone, but like Kuminga, Moses Moody, Wiseman, those guys.
I mean, players that aren't giving them much. You know what I mean?
No,
Wiseman,
but they're young.
It's his third year.
But that's it.
If he doesn't figure out at this point, I mean, at a place where you'd want to go that's great at developing talent, I'd see that makes sense. But I think as far as the question, there's no way they're wasting.
But look at it like this, right? Look at it like this.
Yeah.
And for all the James Wiseman slander, whether it's deserved or not, you're talking about a guy who's a senior in college right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
So I'd give him another couple more years. Couple more years before
it's like, dude, this is his third year. It's hard. Like, who's playing in front of him? Fucking
Looney.
UCLA legend.
It's not. I mean, he's
Milwaukee's
Kevon Looney
own.
has had some great moments with the Warriors, obviously, right?
But imagine if they had taken Halliburton.
I mean, for sure,
LaMelo,
but they can't. They have Wiseman,
True.
Wiseman has Kevon Looney playing in front of him.
But if they took LaMelo, the whole team would have been traded.
He's supposed to be better than that. He's supposed to be able to get some burn in this
Kevin
situation.
Looney's
you know what
minutes
I mean?
should be takeable,
You feel
in
me?
my opinion.
Yeah.
No offense to UCLA.
UCLA legend, Zach.
But
do I slander Arizona Stadium?
You can.
No, I would.
Should.
Great school, Tempe.
It is. But I'll say this:
Tempe is a great city.
No, Tempe's
great facilities.
Go ahead. If we have to go out there for the Super Bowl, you guys are coming with me to Tempe if we're gonna have a day.
Super Bowls in Arizona, not that cracking though, because that city is big as shit, dog.
Really?
Like it's like 30 minutes from one side of Scottsdale or Phoenix to that.
Spread out. But I'll say the last thing though that I'll say is like, if you're the Warriors, you have this young crop of guys, right? Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman, and it's sort of this like ticking time bomb of the value starts to go down as they don't turn into like superstars. And you're looking around and you're kind of like, well, we've got Steph and his window's still open. And maybe you move Clay and one of the young guys to get his true, like a superstar in.
Yeah. They still got Maple Jordan though. Maple Jordan, Andrew Wiggins.
I love Andrew. He's been
great.
As soon as he got the vax, he started busting ass.
What do you think about KD and Bron though? We talked about Bron already. I think if anybody's time's getting wasted, it's fucking Bron. The fact that Pelinka didn't make a single move.
38 years old, dog. Like he's old as fuck. Bron should not be in this position right now. Bron should be hanging out till the playoffs. AD, get on it. Go ahead and chill.
To Giannis's point, LeBron still is the face of the league, and his time is getting wasted. And I don't know how long he will be the face of the league until the day he retires.
That's true. That's true. He's not the best player in the league. No. He might not be top 5 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if he squeaks in, you know, like I mean, there's
still top 10.
I mean, top 10 for sure. But the league is fucking great. I mean, who's my 5? I mean, what Giannis?
There are for sure 5 guys. I don't want to.
Giannis.
It hurts to say.
Okay. All right.
This is beautiful.
Let's talk about it.
This is not a sad thing.
The league is changing. The league, and it is what it is. Still think KD's top 5. Top 5. Is he not a top 5 player right now? Bro. Okay, so you just want to go off of it? Let's go off of this year. And what's happening this year?
John, I just
the top 5 players in the league are what? No, the top 5 players in the league are what? They're what? Giannis?
Yeah.
Luka's in there.
Yes.
Luka is definitely fucking in there.
Yep.
Tatum is looking fucking great.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No, he's not 3. I'm just saying he's in the top 5.
Embiid.
Brandon about to fucking snatch my fucking neck off my shoulders.
You put Embiid in there.
Embiid is looking
and
fucking
Jokic.
insane. And what's that? That's 4.
I put Embiid.
That's 4 Euros too, which is wild.
It's crazy.
The league is fucking changing.
Gentlemen, you're forgetting one man. He may not be in the top 10, but he is ascending to greatness.
Yeah, here we go.
You are forgetting one man.
No. He's had a great week.
You are forgetting one man.
He's been decent.
You're forgetting one man. And we can also say Shea
I can't believe you.
SGA? No. I'm gonna say Bobo. I love Bobo. We'll say that for another segment. There's gonna be tons of Bobo on the show.
Oh, God.
I think the point is,
and no Bobo hate.
We're seeing is a beautiful moment, right? The league is finally changing. Obviously, we're all old now. I've seen this now a couple of times in my lifetime. Didn't really get to appreciate it, but actually seeing Bron from 2003 when we're all wearing 7XTs. Think about the shit we were doing in 2003.
Oh, what? Like we talked about the phones and shit.
Rich niggas with sidekicks.
Bro, yeah, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers was, like talking on their phone like walkie-talkies and that shit was popping, bro. who was the like what Ludacris was running the radio stations at that point? Like, shit is, that's a totally different world.
But what I'm saying, we've seen
Yang twins.
We've seen
Yin Yang in this thing.
In LeBron's history, we've seen black presidents, we've seen Donald Trump. Look at the shit that's happening. If I told you in 2003, like,
it is beautiful.
Black president and Donald Trump would have gotten a chance to be president. Like, you'd be like, nigga, are you smoking?
Bro, in 2003 when he first came in the league, hell no.
So it's just 2003. So look, for me as a lifetime LeBron fan, ever since he sat in my chair at UCLA, we shared that bond in that moment. He might have farted on it, gave me his greatness, his aura.
Yeah.
It's sad to see, but it's also like I think now I have a much more respect and appreciation for Kobe fans, right? And kind of seeing, and Kobe's decline was quick right after he ruptured his Achilles. He was averaging 27 that year.
He was fucking cooking, was dragging that damn team
with Dwight Howard and Steve Nash.
Was he cooking in that game too? You know what I'm saying? Was that game one of the
crazy stat that game, and that's
he was averaging like 29.
That game was like a changing of the guard almost because they were playing the Golden State Warriors. I want to say Steph had like a 30-piece or 40 in that game. Clay had like 25 in that game.
Into the game too.
Kobe had like 30-something in that game. But almost the end of the season, and but just to see the decline after that, so I got so much more respect and appreciation and really understand now. Because I was brought to tears with that 2016 finale when he dropped 6. But what that meant
into my fucking chicken wings.
But we knew, all right, the league's we knew the league was in good hands. We know now with LeBron, it's wild to me. Like LeBron, he's gonna pass Kareem, do all that shit. But it's still like 25 points per game. But it doesn't look the same as LeBron of old, right? No. He's not banging on dudes with that ferocity. Like
even last year when he just shot, he 50% from the field. Like they were losing, they weren't that good, but he had a great year, averaged almost 30 a game, you know what I mean? But it still looked like an old man game.
But you're getting packed up by Desmond Bain.
Oh, for sure.
You're getting shots fired by Bones Highland.
At the rim, Bones.
I remember, like, you knew LeBron had more, but I remember when Tatum dunked on him and being like, uh-oh.
Oh, that didn't feel like
no
it
one.
to me.
No, for me,
that felt like something to you at that moment?
Yeah.
I felt like Tatum. Okay, that's interesting. I felt like Tatum was like, Tatum is a fucking real one. He ain't scared of no moment.
Yes.
But I didn't think Bron at that moment was like, I think that year he dragged those bums. He dragged some bums to the fucking finals.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying
Bron's better years.
First, the mountain went like that.
Athletically, it's like,
You know what the problem was?
It was like, you saw there was some kinks in the armor.
He
wasn't invincible anymore.
It was
kind of like how Man said, like there's a scouting report for Bron now.
Yeah.
I guess you were starting to see, you know what I mean?
The reality is he's 38. The best player in the league should probably not be 38 years old.
And that's not good for the league either.
Yeah.
For the best player in the league to be 38. So that makes sense. Yeah.
I think the league is in great hands. I do think, unlike the Kobe transition, there will be a little bit more kind of us trying to find the guy. It was LeBron.
There's a lot of guys that are competing. I just want to say one thing. I want to say one thing about LeBron and Tatum. He would have avoided that dunk with a simple follow back. I hope LeBron learned his lesson. Jason, you can see the pain of following LeBron.
Been remorseful.
Following LeBron. Like, oh, no, Larry Hughes' cousin, whatever, and just not getting followed back.
Had mercy. He would have shown Bron a little mercy.
I'm not going to dunk on this guy. He followed me.
It was funny to hear them talk about it afterwards where he like boomed and then he fucking goes up to LeBron, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh shit, I just dunked on LeBron. Like, he became an 11-year-old for a second, you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy.
But I think we have it's a good conversation now because there's so many good guys now that are going to carry the torch. And this league has been like this
good guys.
So many times over where you're kind of waiting to see who's going to be that guy that really emerges. feel like Luka, if he can get the right pieces around him, I think, maybe a change of scenery would be beneficial for him. I can think of a team that definitely could use his services in the Southern California area.
I'm with that.
If Luka comes to the Lakers, I'm sorry, Mavs fan. I'm sorry to all the legends out there. Mavs Moneyball and all those people that follow me. But y'all can't pack me up because Twitter don't exist no more. But you just see like Luka, Ja. I mean, we talked about this in a previous episode where you were kind of surprised at the rise of Ja. But like dudes,
how much he jumped. I knew he was going to be good, but he jumped so much this year.
These dudes have hooped so much in their life, though. And just like when we were coming up, we had AAU. It was all regional. You play with guys in your community. Occasionally you get a dude flown in and do the thing. But these dudes spend so much of their life now playing high-level competition. I look at Bronny and his squad going to France, going to London, like all the shit that they're doing.
The game's changed so much.
Their knowledge of basketball is just so much higher and better, and it's really starting to really take shape and show itself.
I mean, like seeing, like I remember like playing high school ball, like looking at it now, it's just like a totally different game.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
even like the travel. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I remember I was at like, you'd have like a travel team. You go to the airport, everyone's like fucking around. You look like kids.
Yeah.
I went to the airport and I was like in line in security behind the Sierra Canyon team, and or Bronny's AAU team, whatever it was.
You'd be the shortest person on that
for sure.
Team.
And I just remember standing there being like,
you're
they were
6'3",
like
for reference,
trip, like just in the same sweatsuit, eyes straight ahead, like just marching towards their gate, like.
They've done it a million times.
It was not cool.
Usually it'll be like, shit, we fit on a plane. No, that's their life. That's AAU players' life. Like there's people that live in South Carolina who are flying to LA to play for LA AAU teams.
But this
like
is
it's
the
a
thing,
totally
bro.
different business now. You know,
when we were younger, we would look up to those dudes like, oh, this old dude can whip my ass. Now I look at these young kids like, damn, every young kid over here could bust my ass.
They
like, these grown ass men
they want smoke.
built like gorillas. Like, what the fuck is going on,
bro?
Weight programs and shit. It's like 12-year-olds.
This is the last statement I'll make about this shit. But like, I remember being like at my past job, at a past job, there was a kid who played basketball, right? He was a highly ranked kid or whatever, and I was giving a presentation to him as a recruiter. And the dude raised his hand and asked a question. And I'm like, yo, his hand was like, he was sitting down, raised his hand was taller than me. I'm like, bro, like, you just stand up, bro. Stand up real quick. I'm like, I stopped the presentation. Stand up, please. Like, I'm just so like enamored of. He just kept standing up.
It's like,
and I was like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo,
unfolding out of the desk.
I was like, y'all are built different. Like, like these kids are just totally different, bro.
It's like that Bryce clip. You're 15 years old,
right? But it's right.
You came out the womb.
You feel me? It's crazy now, but yo, the league is definitely in good hands. It is crazy that a league where like these like Steph, KD, Bron are on trash ass teams. And there's and when we're still a lot of good basketball being played.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The sad thing, and Steph fans, you got to get ready for this too. I know we haven't always agreed, guys. I know we haven't always saw eye to eye, but you're going to start to see your favorite player getting packed up. So enjoy these 50-point games now.
For sure.
Enjoy this momentum.
For a long time though. He has Steph can
the way he plays, but it'll slow down.
He has a saucy old man game.
But it'll be hard. Like it gets harder to get around the screens. It gets harder on defense.
From 30 though, you don't need to get around no damn.
There's like a 16-year-old kid in English class right now who's going to pack stuff up in the next like 6-7 years.
Doodling in his textbook.
Doodles, but it's amazing to see because Steph was that dude too. When when Steph came in out of Davidson, super scrawny, didn't really know, had the janky ankles his first couple years, didn't know how great he could be, and you saw his meteoric rise. LeBron obviously always had, the chosen one since the beginning and was putting up numbers since his rookie year. But it's just, you're going to start to see that decline. So, I mean, I'm just really just me saying to Kobe fans, I appreciate you guys. I understand so much now what you guys were doing, how much that meant to you. Because obviously after that ruptured Achilles, it was some tough times. Yeah. And even just being able to see Kobe on the court at that point.
Still playing basketball.
Still playing. And everything he had to go through to just get out there and fucking be able to play. And how much it meant to him to still be able to just, let fans come to games and shit. So we're seeing with Bron. I mean, long story short, Bron, please get healthy.
Yeah. And the thing with me too is like, that's why I want them to get him some guys around him so I can enjoy watching Bron. Like I don't need Bron to get 30 a game anymore. I don't need. I just want to see him play basketball.
Yeah.
I just want to see like just absolute bums around him. You know what I'm saying?
For me, LeBron has not been in LA that long. Zach, he's still on my Mount Rushmore.
I knew you were going to say that.
What? That he still is, or that he wasn't?
It made me emotional.
Oh, he's one of the greatest Lakers of all time. The LA Times did their top 10 greatest Lakers of all time, and I want to ask you guys, who are the 4 greatest Lakers to you?
Ooh, shit.
Mine.
Shit.
You want me to do mine?
Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you think?
Mine would be LeBron, Kobe, Magic, Shaq. And I know it hurts to leave Kareem off of there.
You know I'm a lifelong LeBron fan, Zach. But when you talk about Lakers lore, history, Showtime,
I'm sorry.
that era, you can't. And I know Bron brought a championship, but just what these other guys have done in the Lakers uniform, and this is no shade or slander to LeBron. Y'all know he's my GOAT. But Kareem,
how many chips did he win in that fucking Lakers uniform?
Kareem won, I think, 5 with the Lakers, 1 with the Bucks.
Bro.
But Kareem's my all-time overall GOAT. We can just talk about the history of basketball and ass-busting at every single stage and phase from like age 12 on.
Punching a white man in the face in the 70s and not going to jail. Incredible.
Becoming
incredible.
This goes on there anyway. Could have not played another basketball game. Yeah.
Love to see it.
I mean, becoming a Muslim, I think that's honestly, when you look at his career, that had such a negative impact. The stances he took on and off the court. When you think about guys like Bill Russell and all these other guys, but even in like 68 and 72, and just as a young pup, nah, we're not fucking rocking with y'all like that till we see some change. So you got to go Kareem, got to go Shaq, obviously, Kobe, and Magic, of course. I mean, Magic, you already know how much I love Magic.
Agreed. As much as I love LeBron, he's my favorite player of all time. He just hasn't done enough in that Lakers.
How many rings would he have to win to take one of their spots?
Just one MVP, Zach, he's good. He got it.
It don't take much.
I
just feel like we're talking about Lakers history,
bro.
Like when I look at Bron, do I see that Lakers jersey? No.
I just don't think
at the end of his career, do I see that Lakers jersey? No.
I guess
and with other players, we see the Lakers jersey. We think about those players.
I should probably walk back and say that Kareem probably should have LeBron's spot, but I do think that
probably.
He should.
But neither
of you were Lakers
fans.
Works. Hold on. Neither of you were Lakers fans.
We are Lakers fans by extension.
No, but neither of you were Lakers fans.
Have we not served you diligently? Have we not served you diligently?
Neither of you were
You're
watching.
Getting disrespectful right now.
Watching Nick Young and Jeremy Lin and that dog shit Lakers team.
I've been watching.
We ain't talking about them. We're talking about the top 10 greatest.
It wasn't Jeannie that made the Lakers fun again. It wasn't Rob Pelinka. It wasn't her gambling brother. It was LeBron that made the Lakers good.
Zach, I've been watching the Lakers since the K-Cow 9 days.
Yes.
With the ultimate respect.
Yeah.
You know, as a former Reformed Clippers fan in the Donald Sterling era, so I don't really care what you guys feel or think about that shit. Not you guys, just the people out there.
For sure.
But and I understand what you're saying, but the shit was so bad. They were literally like, musty nigga at the club that finally got some deodorant, and now everybody's like, oh, he's fucking sweet smelling. Like, you know,
I don't think they were getting.
Think about it. It'll make sense. Think about it.
Like I'm trying to.
It struck out on so many superstars for a window where it was like every summer, like, oh, we're gonna get
they got
insert
one,
name, and then they got LeBron.
No, before LeBron, they
Timothy
got one.
Mozgov?
No, they got one.
No, Timothy was good.
They got one.
Was good. And he was good.
Bro,
like
they got one, and David Stern was like, "Nigga, please."
Oh yeah, that was that's so wild.
They got CP3.
That was so
think about
wild.
Bullying does work,
and I understand the pain that Lakers fans have because think about if CP3 would have came, that would have just fucked the league up for years.
Oh, it would have been awesome.
Bron might have came earlier.
Yeah. The Heat.
Like, I don't think Bron goes back to Cleveland. He just says, fuck, I'm going to go play with Kobe and CP3. Like, whatever. We're going to have our big four before the Warriors do.
Okay. I am in agreement.
In true Lakers fan fashion, you were bullied. Now give us it.
You know what's funny is if you replay mine, you watch me get to Shaq and then realize I've run out of slots and be like, oh, fuck, Kareem's not on here.
And then you had to stand on that shit. You're like,
you see me realize I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
Not putting Kareem on that list.
I love you.
Yeah, big whiff.
You don't get that list yet.
Yeah. So who are the
Jerry
four?
West?
Who the four?
Not going to make it for me. Kareem, Kobe, Shaq, Magic.
All right, cool.
I think we're in agreement, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. For sure. All right, so Coach Pop, talks about his favorite animal being an otter in a post-game interview, which they're great. Great animal.
Phenomenal animal.
Great animal.
From afar, you're not going to feed one or hang out with one.
They're vicious.
You might get with the SeaWorld rub down.
Yeah.
They're fuckers if you get close. Yeah.
Who calls otters fuckers?
I'm just telling you.
They're little fuckers if you get close to them.
Vicious.
How much otter experience have you had?
I've seen some videos recently, too. Saw some videos.
Who's your favorite animal? Obviously not otters. Otters, you know what I'm saying?
Favorite animal? Dogs, I guess.
Oh my God, bro. Boo this fucking man here. Dogs. Bro, you know how many fucking animals? Dude, mine is the American lion, dog. The American lion was 8 feet
extinct.
in height.
You know what's not extinct? Dogs. Eat shit. W for Zach, ladies and gentlemen.
We're talking about great animals. Okay, bears.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Bears. That's a great animal too. You seen a hairless one?
Terrifying.
Actual
so gross.
Monster.
That was your favorite animal. You would want to hang out.
It's a fucking specimen.
Let that man have his animal.
Right.
Yeah, you'd want to hang out with a bear.
Dogs, bro. No, I don't know. What's that about hanging out? It's about just. You don't hang around otters either.
How many times do you see a bear? Have you seen a bear in person?
Yes, bro. I grew up in the country, bro.
Like, you saw
black bears? I ain't see no brown bear, bro. You see a brown bear in person, bro. But I might not be here talking basketball with you. You know what I'm saying? Fair. You know what I mean?
So when I think about my favorite animal, it's a mammal. It's indigenous to Sudan, but you can find it. You can find it in Los Angeles. You can find it in Eugene, Oregon. You can find it occasionally in Denver. You can find it in Orlando.
I saw it coming. I saw it.
Moves like a gazelle with the grace and elegance.
To let him do that. You use your boo on
flowing
me.
like the predator.
This is fun. Dogs is such a cop-out.
Great answer.
You got to come up with something else. Let him finish. Go ahead. Let me go.
Hair flowing. Thank you, gentlemen. I let you guys give your animal. Hair flowing like the predator. Elegance, taste, style, fashion sense.
Every time.
Bro, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
He had
a bag strapped around.
It was a pump fake on the one earlier.
Right.
I told you there was gonna be. I told you there was gonna be more Bol talk in this show. Prada bag strapped around his bosom.
What's insane is we were like, oh, Bol is surely kind of on the back nine here. Like it's not gonna get better. Now he's scoring 26, 27
on his birthday. Here's my birthday.
Believe it.
Good for that man.
Real
what
name,
is your actual animal?
Real name Bolandre Bol.
Is it Bolandre?
No, it should be. Bolandre.
I don't know, man. He knows some other shit. I'm like, damn.
Bolandre.
That's a hell of a name, bro.
Before we continue,
something if you're a Bolandre, you know.
Zach, I'll let you give your animal, but I just want to salute Manute Bol for having the presence of mind to say, what you want your son's name to be? He said, you know what? Fuck it. Bol. So y'all never forget. Put some respect on these balls out here, homie.
You feel me? Bro, you really, come on, dog. Really?
I panicked.
It's over, yeah.
Zach, don't let it bully you to changing your dog.
Moto Dragon.
No, it's over with.
What? That beats both of your animals.
That beats both your animals.
It kills both your animals.
Zach,
we're good on that.
Bol an animal?
Let's talk about something more fun than dogs.
You said a mammal. I'm not even taking this.
All right, so y'all have seen the issues with refs, the weird tees, you know what I'm saying? Like, are the refs getting worse? Did y'all see what happened with Tatum and Trey?
You know, what do those two gentlemen have in common, guys?
Light skin? Are we gonna go there?
So, but we got to talk about. We have to talk about a bigger issue in American society. Why the light skinned hate? What did Drake do to all of you guys out there? What did Drake do to refs? That, you know, when he airballed the three during the Kentucky warm-ups, like what went on? Refs are already sensitive creatures. Most of them are not intelligent. I can say that with a straight face and not worry how to get in front.
They're not.
Easily fooled. Can easily, but I think even with Trey's, like, we can't say the F word now. And I was watching.
No, he said no. He you can say the F word, but he thought he said that's a fucking foul.
Yeah,
when he was saying too fucking small.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I would probably call tech on Trey for that because Trey, you're like 6'1", and like we got.
He lied.
Look, if you are not over 6'6", do not.
But it's not Trey-worthy.
Do not do too small unless you're over 6'6".
Tatum's wasn't. When I saw Tatum's, I was actually embarrassed for the ref, and I don't give a fuck about refs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about a ref. And I was like, ooh, I felt bad for that ref. Like, that was a abysmal fucking tech. Like, that's an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, really? In the NBA, that's what we're doing?
We had one ref that used to come through when I was in college, and he'd come to our practice, and he was fucking miserable. He's fucking terrible. He's the one that gave Rashid the tech and went bang, or boop whenever he gave it to whatever.
Whack. Right.
Done. That motherfucker came to our practices
because he was getting stared at, right? That's what he was. That's the reason.
He was such a micro penis every time he came through. Fuck that guy. What do you got?
Calling somebody a micro penis is wild.
Like Call of Duty.
Right. Yeah. Right. You've been fighting with. You've been arguing with 12-year-olds. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Too much micro penis. That is crazy.
Like, you just used that as a slur on the show.
Micro penis?
You just use micro penis.
I've said it elsewhere.
You've said it on this show before?
Are you being ableist? Is that considered like? Do you get?
You have a problem with people with?
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Do you get a handicap spot if you're like a micro penis? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah. Right.
Good. Yeah. If that's what gets me packed up.
You know, so you get a park closer to fucking,
mini
you know what I'm saying, the Ralph's. You know?
It's a mini dick.
Bro, if you got to walk around with that, dude, you deserve a closer park.
I had a mini dick in high school.
That's what I believe.
I used to shower with shorts on. Ninth grade, I was late to mature.
Took a while for them to drop, you know what I'm saying?
Other gentlemen were more mature, mustaches and beards. Definitely swim trunks on in the shower. Definitely a mini dick, and I can live through it now.
Jesus
Grower,
Christ.
not a show.
Anyway, talking about out-of-pocket shit.
The show is called Outta Pocket. It's not called Within the Realm of the Pocket.
Yeah. So speaking about Outta Pocket stuff.
I think you're going to say, speaking of micro penises, Tim Hardaway, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ.
He's just a fucking awful take merchant. On the broadcast, he said, y'all thought that was great.
That's very cod, too. That's
what?
A very
take merchant?
response, too.
A take merchant?
Awful take merchant.
He is. He's just wheeling awful takes.
Wee-wee.
You'll use micro penis.
I'm going to use it now.
You will. You will. You both need to be like, that was your knee jerk, and then you're like,
I don't say penis, though. I say wee-wee now because I have kids. So we call it a wee-wee.
Tim Hardaway on one of the broadcasts said, this is his quote, y'all thought that was great, D. I thought that was just raping him. And then there was silence, and he decided to elaborate. And the elaborating was
What are you
so
smiling
much
at, Brandon? It's just so wild. It's so... Go. I'm sorry.
I have to read the next part?
Don't read the next part. Don't read the next part.
They'll clip me, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, you can Google. You can see things that Tim Hardaway said in his past. He since apologized for those things, but... Generally, a guy you don't want to ask questions, or he needs a PR team.
Don't put him on a live feed. Like,
it was the Run TMC feed, though.
I know, but don't do it. You just know what you're gonna deal with. Like, I'm thinking, like, how did he get back on the feed? Like, based on what he had said prior.
So here's the problem, guys, that we're not addressing, and I got to blame it on the truck or for the technical difficulties. There's a 7-second.
I thought it was 15.
There's like 7, whatever. There's
okay.
You know, but there's a multiple second delay between what's said and the ability to bleep that shit, so you don't know what's going on.
So it's not live. Yeah.
But if you're just so locked in because it's Run TMC, my dad actually played with the Warriors 89-90, and this was when this crew was first kind of all getting together. And to see that team, you know, Tim Hardaway, maybe not listen to what he had to say, but that motherfucker crossed the shit out of you with that Texas two-step.
Ooh. Yeah.
In your face!
Bro, I mean, I would watch his highlight tape on repeat, bro. Like, they were showing like the best guards. Tim Hardaway got the most play, bro.
That's one of my favorite clips ever, though.
He was shaking motherfuckers out the screen. Goddamn, I'm like,
where
did that white man go?
Was he yelling at Barkley? Whatever.
That motherfucker be gone.
Y'all can find it on YouTube.
320p. The guy's way gone. Yeah,
right.
He scored on somebody.
The white pixels went moving.
Big. I'm like, shit, bro. Ooh,
in your face,
right. Dude. Him or Iverson? Who had the better crossover?
I would go Iverson, but
Iverson just because he had better braids. Like, I mean, those are the things that factor into how my thought process works.
With it.
He got Mike. I think
that's it.
To me, Tim's was prettier though.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I mean, it was just the different variations. You feel me?
It was like the Newport News Virginia crossover versus like the Chicago. Just different, but whatever if you like Chicago side pizza, can't really be your friend. But it's a pizza.
It's not bad.
Probably shouldn't be doing the broadcast. Going back to 2007 when he said shitty things then, and it delayed him getting into the Hall of Fame. Probably don't give that guy a mic and just be like, 2 hours, you got this. So that's where I sit with
Chuck, who's not here, talked about the dead air, how the dead air gets you, bro. The dead
Chuck
air comes and people just try to fill it in, and you just, ooh.
It's the second. He said it's the second thing after the dead air is always worse. You got to interject and be like, "Hey, man, that's what Chuck."
That's
said.
the exclamation point. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody fills in the dead air, and then the exclamation point.
But the thing is, you got Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond on there, like.
They
don't give a fuck. They owe the shit.
Can you imagine the shit that was said in that locker room?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Right? I know we said that in private.
What's Chris Mullin gonna say?
We're on air right now. You know what I mean? Come on, reel it in.
But what was going on in Tim Hardaway's head at that moment? That's all I want to know.
I just was like, I was honestly glad that the apology wasn't like a Tom Brenneman one. Where like he's mid apology, and then he's like, and Steph Curry from downtown, bang, and like
didn't he say let's beat him by 30? Like so, it was similar.
Got close.
It was similar. But had a little bit of that in there.
Brenneman is just that's the best.
That was. Has he ever done anything since that?
I don't think so.
Jesus Christ,
folks!
bro.
I'm not sure I'm ever gonna put on this headset again. It's like, no, Bubba, you're not.
No, Bubba, you're not. Sheesh. Anyway, let's talk about AD a little bit. He's been playing really good since Bron hasn't been there, since Bron's been hurt. Do you think there's anything to that?
I mean, I think there's just maybe less pressure to it, and I would love to see him continue to do it when LeBron comes back.
It's almost like he's playing games without the greatest fucking basketball player alive there to swallow up that 25 points, and it needs to come from somewhere. But they did get some dubs. You know, they got a lighter schedule.
A-dub. I think they're A-dub. Was it 2?
They're 1 and 2.
Oh, they won 2?
But AD's been playing better. He's looking good, looking more comfortable. But AD was having good games even with Bron, but I think this is on Darvin Ham and the Lakers. But he had strong first half, 20-point first halves and finish with 2 in the second. Kind of disappear and get lost in that offensive scheme. So I feel like they got to figure it out. What I don't understand is why Russell Westbrook is still coming off the bench if LeBron James is injured.
Because that is an issue, is that like they kind of, the Venn diagram of those two is, pretty, there's a lot of overlap there. You feel what I'm saying? And now with him not being there, Russ can kind of move a little bit. But maybe he just wants to keep him in that position so he doesn't have to adjust to that again. I want him to win
sixth man, so I'm okay. Because I don't know if there's a minute.
Yeah, what's the criteria?
Let him come off the bench.
Like,
I want Russ to win 6 man of the year. I think that's an awesome story if he can do it. I think if you're looking at this, Rob Pelinka's like sitting in his office like, do I pick up the phone and make the call?
What the fuck was Pelinka going to Indianapolis for? There's not shit cracking out there this time of year. Combine, no.
I made a video about this. It was the college, like one of those college tournament things, and it was like Kentucky, Duke, Michigan State, and one other of the like blue blood kind of schools. They were all playing out there that weekend, so that's what he was flying out.
That's
for.
What he wants y'all to think.
But like, when has the GM ever?
Really, he was hitting the ocean air. For those who know who've been there, ooh,
what? We're reaching for anything.
Oh my!
Like the Lakers,
and the Buddy tweet that everyone was referencing was it happened at the exact minute that Ja had that play where it's like, does Ja Morant have eyes in the back of his head?
Right.
That was what he was tweeting.
Not
so
conspiracy. I love tweets that need more context. So if you're not watching, if you go see it like 3 days later, like, oh no, he was just talking about.
I did extensive research to figure that out. So.
Do you think Rob Pelinka wears do-rags?
Ben Simmons is preparing to play his old team. He heads back to Philly, and we know the people of Philly will welcome him with open, loving, kind arms, as they always have to people like Santa Claus and other famous Philly stars. You know that story about Philly? No. They threw batteries at Santa Claus on Christmas.
Do you think Philly fans, would they boo Caucasian Jesus?
Yeah.
The image that we've projected of Jesus in this country?
If he missed a field goal or was 0 for 6
after LaJethro crossed him?
Yeah. After
I shook him out the motherfucking sandals, goddamn right they booed him. I'm going to boo that nigga. Boo! Right after I crossed that motherfucker.
Were you referencing white Jesus or black Jesus?
I was thinking about white Jesus.
Okay, that's what I thought your head was. That's what I thought your head was.
White Jesus would get it.
I feel like black Jesus might have a little dick.
Chuck
he might be a little shifty. You know what I mean? Dreadhead Jesus might be a little shifty. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Chuck was arguing the case of black Jesus, and I when you were talking about the sandals, I was like, he's talking about crossing white Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
If you cross white Jesus, you would see the next game in Philly someone like Jesus is a liability on defense.
Right.
Wait, so white
he's a bum.
White Jesus wears sandals. Does black Jesus wear Timbs? Like what?
Nah,
thugs? Is he more of a thuggery and some uggeries?
Nah, he ain't no thugs. No, I'm trying to fit. What is the black version? He wears those fucking barbecue slippers. Right?
Oh.
Right?
Exactly.
Describe the barbecue slippers.
Come on, like the shit that the sandals with the leather sandals.
They're
they've been sitting out there.
That's it. You didn't know that? You haven't seen those memes?
No.
Wow, bro.
Zach, you got like 2 days to really learn about black Twitter before
he on white Twitter, bro. I'm like, bro, does white Twitter exist?
Can someone please teach me?
Zach, I'm gonna give you
different internet, 2 internets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on boiled Twitter.
I'm gonna give you the secret password in the handshake.
Jesus Christ.
The do's and don'ts. A tinfoil to go plate in honor of the demise of Twitter.
What will Philly's reception for Ben Simmons be?
What the fuck do you think? Philly's gonna be what Philly is. They're gonna boo the shit out of that man. You know what I mean?
Do you think Ben Simmons is playing in that game?
No, I was just gonna say.
I was wondering that too. Like
Ben Simmons has ducked so much smoke. Do you really think he's gonna fucking show up for that game?
I would duck that smoke too. Fuck Philly. Not like that. Great people, but you guys are really mean.
Lovely food. Yeah, they are mean.
I wouldn't want to go.
Good food. I like Philly folks, man. I know some really cool folks.
Yes. You don't have to play a sporting event in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just we talking about the people.
You just get to hang out and turn up with them.
I just get to be a nigga with Philly niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to be.
Philly people are great,
right?
When you don't have to fucking play on their opposing team or their team in your ass. Like
that's a totally different experience. That's right.
I think 3 days before this game, you've got some injury will arise. I know we're going to probably run this right before the game, but I'm just predicting some injury will arise and he will not be on the plane for that game.
He needs a back.
What if Ben just is like, fuck it, I'm just ducking smoke.
They booted back off his ass.
DMP ducking smoke.
Right.
Hey, I'm just ducking a little smoke, bro. I'm going to play 7.
All right, that's the end of the show. I'm LaJethro Jenkins.
RIP Twitter.
I'm Zach Schwartz. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, comment anything we miss. And if you want to listen to this, you can get it wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, whatever weird hipster app you may use to listen to podcasts, you can find it there. Thank you guys for listening or watching.